Hi, this is Regeline Sabat, also known as Gigi. You're listening to Walk With Me podcast. My guest today is Yadira Gonzalez Muñoz. Yadira is the founder of I Am Magazine International, and she's a COVID-19 survivor, founder of Live Free Today. She's a published author, regional director for Global Women Club in Brussels and the Belgium, Colombian, and Ecuadorian Peace Ambassador. Welcome to the show, Yadira.
Thank you so much for inviting me to your amazing show. I'm so happy to be here, especially after COVID.
Yes, ma'am, and thank God you're alive. I'm just it's truly grateful and to see you here today and to have you on the show. I appreciate you.
I appreciate you. Thank you so much. It was a blessing. It is a blessing to be here. It was a hard experience. So I just ask everyone out there to be safe and to take care of yourself because it is not a very pleasant virus to have.
Yes, ma'am.
So,
Now, can you tell us a little bit more about your experience of overcoming COVID?
well, it was very hard. It was very hard. It was very difficult to breathe. Um, I think it was very hard on me. Body aches, temperatures for 6 days. It was very high. I could not lower it. I had to go to emergency room twice. Thank God I didn't have to stay at the hospital, but they had to control the oxygen on my lungs, and thank God they returned me home. But it was twice that I had to go with respiratory problems. The temperatures, high temperatures, aches, muscle pain, the chest pain, the breathing pain, difficulty to speak, the difficulty to even get up of my bed from the body aches, and the cough was so hard. It was not, it is, I don't know. It's not easy and not nice to have it because some people have it. I actually my partner, my husband also had it, and he was like fine for him. It was not that hard, but for me it was very very hard. So I think that it doesn't matter who if you are healthy or not, just be careful out there. Don't, protect yourself. And I know that not everybody believes that it's possible to get it, but be careful because if you, I believe I am a healthy person, but it actually really hit me hard. And I'm thankful. I'm thankful for the people that were praying. They were doing praying chains. And I am so thankful that you were praying for me because I think that I wouldn't have made it because it was hard. And I was saying, oh God, please, not again. Because I already went through a bad accident and I came through it. And I thought, if I went through that, I have to go through this one too. But I am so happy that I made it. And I'm very, very happy. I'm thankful. I'm blessed. And you have to be strong. Of course, you have to be strong. You have to have faith. You have to be, yeah, healthy.
Yes, ma'am. You have to be healthy. Very important. Now, you mentioned having to go through and overcoming another accident. Talk to us a little bit more about the other accident.
Well, let's say it happened in 2020, and I can say that I am a woman who had healed herself from being a handicap. Why I say that is because in 2010 I had a car accident, and this happened because an alcoholic or a person that was drunk crashed into me drive while I was driving, and I was with my other two daughters, and thank God nothing happened to them. But I was in a coma for 2 weeks. They took 1 hour to be able to take me out of the car, and after these 2 weeks, when I came out of the coma, my doctor actually came and he told me that I would never walk again. And I actually told him that he was wrong. I said, no, you are the doctor. You do your job, I will do mine, and God will do his. And he just looked at me and he said, no, you don't understand. Your hips, your pelvis, they are totally destroyed. You came here and I saved your leg because you were going to lose it. And I saved your leg, but I cannot fix your hips and your pelvis because they're totally destroyed. So your upper body doesn't have anything to hold your lower body. So I cannot do anything. And I just looked at him and say, you are the doctor, do your job. I will do mine and God will do his. So 3 days later, he comes back and he looks at me and he says, okay, um, I have um, gathered together the 8 of the best doctors from Belgium, including me, he said, and one from France. And we are going to do something. And I said, what are you going to do? He said, we don't know, but we're going to brainstorm. So we will see what we can do for you. And I say, okay, fine. I say, you pushed me to do something, so I have to do something. I say, fine. My parents were with me, of course, and they were like, are you okay? Is everything fine? I'm like, yes, everything is fine. We were praying. And after surgery, of course, I had to be flat on my bed in the hospital for 4 months. They had placed some metal like in a form of a triangle coming out of my hips. And they said, okay, we didn't know what to do, but we thought that probably putting these two metals coming out of your hips and these triangle metals crossing, we're going to push all the bones together and maybe they will get stuck together because they're like 1,000 pieces. So that happened, and 4 months later, I was already doing giving my first steps. So I actually started walking after 4 months. I actually took 10 years. I had almost 19 or to 19 surgeries to be able to walk. So I am walking. I am walking, something that doctors told me, you are never going to walk. I am walking today. I am still going to therapies, of course, for pain and to be able to not how can I say rust my body. But I am walking, and that is one of the things that I say: never allow anybody to limit you or your dreams or anything that you know that you are able to do. And I know that probably if I was someone that I had accepted what the doctor had told me, probably I was still in a wheelchair. But I was strong enough to tell him, no, I am not gonna go out of this hospital in a wheelchair. And I told him, I said, I'm gonna go walking to my house from this hospital. And I did. I mean, I am walking. I am not perfectly walking. I have my disability. I have my how can I say my pains. I have uh, my every day that I wake up in the morning, I have this pain in my body. But the moment I open my eyes and I feel the pain, I say, thank God that I have that pain because that means I am alive and that means that I can walk. It hurts because I am walking and it hurts because I am alive. And that really changed my life because in what way it changed my life? Before that, I was a single mom with 3 kids. And I had been going through a divorce. I had been going through being a single mom and working several jobs to be able to support my kids. So I was a bitter woman. I was always full of questions. Why me? Why this? Why did I got divorced? Or why did I marry this guy? Why did I came to this country? Because I came to this country because of him. And then I end up in the street with my three kids without money and so many other things that happened. So I was a bitter woman. But when this accident happened, I died. But I was born again. And I had this second opportunity that God gave me. And I thought to myself, I'm not going to ruin this new opportunity I have for my life. And I have to make it different. I have to make it worth it. So, besides learning to walk again, I learned to re-encounter myself and I discovered my I am and I fell in love with myself and I fell in love again with the greater I am, which is God. And I started falling in love with my I am and falling in love with myself and find happiness because we're always finding happiness somewhere else. The day I find the Prince Charming, I'll be happy. The day that I'll buy the big house, I'll be happy. The day that I'll be a millionaire, I'll be happy. But no, happiness is within ourselves. And all this happened the day that I found my I am and I fall in love with myself. I found that happiness. And all came like this. I create the I am and I create the magazine and I create the coaching that is goes finding the I am. So everything came out from that accident, rebirth,
That's right.
growth. Yes.
Very powerful. And you are walking again. So inspiring. I share this story with you that my mother was told after she had Crohn's disease that she would never walk again. And her physical therapist told her that she would not walk again. But I work with her and I helped her walk again. So my heart goes out to you in regards to all that you've had to overcome and walking again. It's a blessing. Now,
A
you
blessing.
are the founder of I Am Magazine International. Tell us a little bit more about your magazine.
Well, our magazine, what is the magazine about? It's a digital magazine designed and dedicated to providing an insight, insightful, upbeat look at what makes us special and unique. So every issue is filled of interesting stories, articles to grow, to inspire, to teach, and develop the best version of ourselves and the best version of the people that are reading it. So we want to share the gift of love, the gift of education, the mindset, and even much, much more to the world. So, I Am Magazine is for entrepreneurs, for coaches, for business builders who want to share their story and who they, want to share who they are, what they do, why, like why they do what they are doing, and they want to share their I am. And then they are connecting with the readers in such a way that they will want to click that link in the bottom of the page where you're telling your story and they can connect immediately with you or with the person that is writing the story on I am. So this is what I am is all about. So it's telling your I am story to empower the reader. So this is what we are actually sharing with I am. You want to tell your I am story. How did you found your I am? How did you start your story?
I love it. Now tell us more about your company, Live Free Today.
Live Free Today, this is how I started it. Before the magazine, it was actually like I was telling you when the accident happened, that I re-encountered myself and I found myself, I found my I am, and I started discovering so many things about myself, how to find happiness, how to find myself, how to find the moment that I fell in love with myself, the moment that I found happiness within myself, I started discovering or finding out and said, I wonder how many other women are feeling the same way or were feeling the same way I was feeling before I found my I am. So I want to get out there and help women start living free since today. I want to teach them to find their I am. I want to teach them to fall in love again with themselves. I want to teach them to or guide them to start, like getting their that feeling of falling in love again with yourself, falling in love with finding your I am and getting that connection and that happiness and that feeling of knowing who you are, what you want to do in your life, and you start your dream to come true because all these things that I'm doing today, I wanted to do, but I never had um that that push to do it until I found everything. I say, okay, I'm gonna do it. I have to do it. This is my I am, and I have to make my dream come true no matter what. And I did it, and that's what I want to help women, and that's how I found Live Free Today, to help women, to guide women find their I am and to start living free since today. That's how I did.
I love it. Now, what does inner power mean to you?
Inner power, that is the moment that you really I think we all have it. We lose it. We always lose it somehow in our way. But we have the inner power the moment that we realize how powerful we are when we really want to do what we want to do. The moment that we discover who we really are. And that's the moment that we can say, this is what I want in my life. And that's the moment that you really get the power inside you to do what you really want to do, to become you.
Become you. Absolutely amazing. Now, tell us more about your principle. It is never too late to start again.
Yes, it's never too late to start again. Why do I say that? Because um, before I was an employee, before I was a single mom with 3 kids, suffering, and all the things I was telling before. And when the accident happened, my life changed. So I'm telling you, it's never too late to start again. Why? Don't wait for an accident to happen. Don't wait for life to happen to you. Don't wait. Just make it happen. Just say, okay, this is what I want in my life. And it doesn't matter if you are 30, it doesn't matter if you are 40, it doesn't matter if you're 50, you're 60, make it happen. It didn't happen to me 10 years ago. I'm going to be honest with you. When did I took this decision? I said to myself, I am a handicap. I am living from my disability check. I am not giving anything to my kids if I ever die. I have to leave a legacy. I have to inspire people. I want to help women. I want to give something to the world, which is the magazine. And I want that when I am gone, my kids have something too. It is never too late. I fought for that little part time that the disability gave me here in Belgium. And they say, you can work this part time for what you want to do. And I fought for my dream. And they gave me that little window, and I started it. And I say, I'm gonna start it before I turn 50. So it's never too late for you to start your dream. It doesn't matter how old you are. I am 52 years old today. So never think that when you are 60, 50, or 70 that it is too late to start your dream. So if you want to start your dream today, you can do it. So that is it.
Amen. Age is nothing but a number. I love it.
Exactly.
Now, tell us more about your book. Discover who you are to overcome any crisis. Zoom in,
Yes.
bring it closer so we could see. I love it.
Can you see it?
Tell us a little bit more about your book.
This book, I wrote it. I haven't launched it yet. Imagine how it is, but okay, we are talking about it here today. So, we are talking about it today. This is a book about, it's coming also for the coaching that I am doing. It's called Discover Who You Are to Overcome Any Crisis. And here are so many tips on how to discover who you are. It talks about becoming proactive, it talks about being honest with yourself, it talks about things really about what you want and reach personal growth, beliefs and values. So it's a little bit of a guide on how to get to know who you are, to get to know yourself a little bit more. So it's a little bit of everything that I went through on getting to know myself. So it has a little bit of tips and tricks on how to get to discover who you are and start dreaming big, thinking big, and living big. And helps you to overcome any crisis, accident, loss of jobs, COVID, or anything that you are going through. So it's going to help you a lot. And I am giving also coaching with it. So you can get the book on Amazon or Barnes and Nobles, and you can also get it on Author House.
I love it. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure to grab your copy once it launches here. Now, Yadira, tell us more about a time in your life where you experienced an aha moment.
In time of my life, well, yes, aha moment. My mom, she always used to tell me, because I was like, I'm never gonna be happy. I don't find happiness. I'm always having problem with this. I always choose the wrong guys. I'm always with the wrong relationship, and I am divorcing this guy, and now I have this, and now I have this. I'm never gonna be happy. And she was always telling me, happiness is within yourself. If you will never be happy nowhere else. There's always within yourself. And as I was telling you during the accident, I re-encountered myself, and then I found happiness within myself. And I call my mom and I say, Mom, I found it. And she was like, What did you find? I say, I found happiness. You were right. It was within myself. And she was like, I told you so many times. So that was a big aha moment. It is within ourselves. So, yes, sometimes it is good to listen to our parents because they really know so many things and we don't listen to them. But at the moment, it is true. Sometimes it's like, aha, she used to tell me that, or my dad or my mom used to tell me that. And it is right. When we find out ourselves, that is an aha moment. So, yeah, that was a very big aha moment when I found it within myself. And she had told it to me so many times.
That is very inspiring. So beautiful. Happiness is within ourselves. So powerful. Thank you for sharing that. Now, what is your best advice to the audience for walking with purpose and living a life of happiness?
Well, I believe that you have to make it happen yourself. You have to believe in yourself and do not believe in what others are telling you. And do not fear to make that first step because the only person that can make that dream come true is you. The only one that is going to make that dream stop is you. And if you want to walk with purpose, you have to have that purpose in here, in your I am, coming from your greatest I am, which is God. It's always in your heart. I'm going to tell you something. If you have a dream, it's because God put it in your heart. And if you really dream it with making it, it's going to happen. So make that first step, because if you have it in your heart, God put it there and he's going to make it happen for you if you're not afraid to make that first step. The moment that you do that step, everything else is going to come just by adding it and adding it and adding it. You will never know how it's going to happen. I really telling you this because the magazine, it happened like that. It just happened as a dream from after a praying, and step after step, it just happened. It's when it's a dream in your heart, it's because God put it and he's going to open doors for you. So just make it happen because it's with a purpose. So yes, that is.
Amen. Amen. We can make all the plans that we want, but God knows the plans that he has for us. Thank you, Yadira. Now, where can the audience find you?
Well, you can find me on Facebook as yes, you can find me on Facebook as Yadira Gonzalez Muñoz. You can also find me, for example, for the magazine. It's right there on the video. And you can also find me on LinkedIn. You can also find me as Yadira Gonzalez Muñoz.
I love it. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure to check out Yadira at i-am-magazine.com. And Yadira, thank you again for being a guest on Walk With Me podcast. You have a blessed day.
Thank you so much. I am so blessed to be with you and to be here. Take care, everyone. Stay safe, stay blessed, and make your dreams come true. Don't doubt 1 cent about you and your dreams.
I love it.